Hello viewers, thank you for joining us. This is Diplomatic Corner here at AMN. I am Alin Temesken. Today I am at the Embassy of Armenia. We have been here before to discuss the prospective cooperation, economic cooperation between the two countries, so do stay with us. Ambassador, thank you so much indeed for your time and welcome to our program.
Thank you very much. Thank you for visiting us, for this opportunity. I understand this is your second visit. Welcome again as a new head of mission ambassador to Ethiopia. My name is Sahak Sargsyan. I arrived in Addis to your beautiful country 10 months ago, late January. It's exactly 10 months actually. It is a great honor and a pleasure for me to represent Armenia to your beautiful country and to be in this nice city, Addis Ababa.
Let's come to area of cooperation. What area of cooperation Ethiopia and Armenia are enjoying the most currently? And you were just, pointing out you're just planning, considering, making a sister cities agreement with Addis Ababa city, right? Let's talk about it.
Assigning its first resident ambassador, my government very much hopes that it will add additional impetus to our bilateral affairs. Although, of course, we have already established cooperation in the areas of, for example, education, the culture. We have interstate agreement, and there is one that is still in the process, internal process in both sides. So we have education, the culture that will be coming soon. We have MOUs, memorandums of understanding on cooperation between our two main universities, Addis Ababa University and also Yerevan State University, which is in a way also related to the cities of Addis Ababa and Yerevan, the capital cities. We have, of course, MOU between our foreign ministries on political consultations. There is a memorandum also between Ministry of Innovation and Technology of Ethiopia and the public-private partnership organizations in Armenia. One of them is Union of Advanced Technology Enterprise. Another one is Enterprise Incubator Foundation. And this is about to establish an ecosystem, digital ecosystem in Ethiopia with the help of these institutions. And also one of them, UAT, Union of Advanced Technology Enterprises, they have this vision to launch STEM programs, after-school programs in not only in Addis Ababa but also in the country. About 50 or so STEM education labs. There is a very good program that I'm also familiar with in Armenia. It was established about 20 years ago in Armenia. Very successful for school children. It's like after-school program for science, technology, mathematics, engineering and mathematics, and also innovation, robotics are part of these labs. So those are something that we'll be implementing in the near future. But we have also cooperation between Madena Daran. It's a depository institute of old manuscripts in Armenia, in Yerevan, again capital city, and there is an Institute of Ethiopian Studies within Addis Ababa universities. So we managed to bring these two sites together, and one of researchers of this institute just this month went to Armenia to do joint research, etc., and also participating in international conference in Armenia. and there are some other areas, and we are thinking about student exchange programs and university lecturers exchange program. There is already cooperation, and probably it will be going to the signing some sort of protocol or cooperation agreement between Oromia State University and Public Administration Academy of Armenia, because Oromia State University, if I'm not mistaken, is preparing government employees. So, we have this, let's say, capacity building capacities in Armenia in that academy for public administration employees, or public employees. We can also share that with you for Addis Ababa and Yerevan cities, sister cities cooperation. Yerevan has already close to 60 sister city cooperation agreements.
Oh, really? So far?
Yes, about 60 cities, 60.
Any country in Africa has made an agreement?
That's a good question, actually. I have to double check, but there is no, I mean, we have sister city cooperation between Armenian and Ethiopian cities, but not the capital cities. We have one already established with, between Desi and one of the cities, it's called Ijevan in Armenia. Not very
You mean, you said Desi?
Desi, yes.
Desi here?
Yeah, yeah.
The small town in Ethiopia?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Really?
The northern part.
In the northern?
Yes.
That's great.
And Ijevan, which is also in northern part.
Already started?
Already started. They have agreement. They even, there was a delegation actually led by mayor, city administration, head of the city administration, visiting this city in Armenia 2 years ago. I think we interviewed my predecessor, Artem Aznaurian. He was the one to organize this or to facilitate this visit. Hopefully one day our side will be visiting Desi. And there are ongoing talks with Diredava, the city administration of Diredava, to forge cooperation with our second largest city, which is Gyumri. But I have this idea already initially discussed with my capital city officials to initiate the process of sister city cooperation with Addis Ababa, because you know, Addis Ababa is not only important in terms of you know, being capital of Ethiopia, but also it's a center of Africa. Because you host in your beautiful city the headquarters of African Union and also UNECA, Economic Commission for Africa. So, you know, for us, this city is also the gateway to the rest of Africa. Just for your information, if you don't know, the only embassy in sub-Saharan Africa of Armenia is in Addis Ababa. We don't have any other so far. So for us, Addis Ababa and Ethiopia are in a way, connecting point to the rest of Africa. You know, there are some probably important avenues of cooperation that I'm thinking about between two cities for urbanization, urban development projects. I know you have this nice project, corridor development. The project is being implemented. I think it's a phase 2. And I'm of course impressed with all this, you know, the new roads and street lights, infrastructure development, etc. So we've gone as capital of Armenia. Yerevan has gone through this. Is still going through, of course. It's an ongoing process. But I think we can share all the best practices. You know, these two cities together. Where are the challenges where we have to improve, etc. And also it's always a very difficult task to strike a delicate balance between development, city development, and heritage preservation. Many nations or many cities, they have gone through this, you know, that Addis Ababa is currently going through. So this is something that I think Yerevan city or Armenian side can share its experience with Addis Ababa city and Ethiopian partners.
Of course, you told me that you've been trying to reach mayor of Addis Ababa city administration, actually, but I hope she might be watching this program, and maybe she'll be calling you back.
Well, thank you. Yeah. We met on margins of different activities or events with Her Excellency, the city mayor. Yeah, of course, it will be our pleasure and honor to visit, to pay a courtesy visit on her. call on her, and we've been in touch with city administration's Foreign Affairs Department or Bureau. We are in the process of arranging this potential meeting, and I very much hope that before the meeting we will have something tangible in our hands in terms of cooperation between two cities. And also there is one important idea which can turn into the project. There is an old Armenian school in a neighborhood of not far from Piazza, next to the Armenian church, if you know the Armenian church, which was, used to be, as I said, it was established by the Armenian community. It provided education for many generations. Now it's under city administration, the building. So the idea was also coming from our local community to turn it into the center of educational excellence on IT. Probably one of the first labs that we are thinking about to establish in Ethiopia, these after-school educational program labs for STEM education, can be established there. So we provided this to the community together, this idea of the project outline to the city administration, and we will see if we can collaborate on this project as well. Potential project would be good.
Great. Let's come to the final question. I think you were observing some development efforts being undertaken by the government of Ethiopia across the country, particularly in Addis Ababa. So what is your comment on that?
Yeah, of course. Partly already, probably I answered the question. So one of the major, as far as I know, the project is corridor development. And it is a very important project because it creates also jobs. So we've been talking about, the poverty eradication, etc., fighting the poverty. I think, with this project development, with this development project, corridor development project, the city also creates new jobs. So in a way contributes to the fighting the poverty. Of course, as a resident or temporary resident of Addis Ababa, I enjoy very much, beautiful, the landscape that was already created through this project. The white streets, the bright lights, new parks. I myself enjoy going to go to Friendship Park. Together with my family, so it's one of the, I think, the phase first of this project. So a lot of new parks, recreational centers, those are beautiful. I mean, this is something.
Do you believe that these developmental projects in Addis Ababa make the city internationally competitive city?
Absolutely, of course, it's modernization. We have, as I said already, my capital city or the other cities in Armenia, they had a similar, let's say, development, the projects, or they are still going through these development projects. Of course, there are challenges like anywhere in the world, and also in any city, urbanization plans. As I said, it's quite difficult to strike or to find a delicate balance between urbanization or this development projects, and also the heritage conservation or preservation, like old buildings, etc. It's a challenge, of course, and we had similar challenge in our capital. But in a way, they succeeded to preserve the historical, just like here, historical part of the city. And it is also important, like I said, we are ready to provide expertise if Addis Ababa city administration is in need of it. Also the urban development project, as I said, also helps job creation, social welfare, and also the green economy by itself. Because I see also this new regulation that your government is trying to impose to import only electric cars from now on. So this is another important, let's say.
How about the Green Legacy Initiative?
Yeah, of course. And my colleague actually himself, I was out of the country. My colleague took part in tree planting initiatives that Addis Ababa city administration, and I think he met also your mayor at that time, and we also participated in a second national tree planting initiative as well. So it is very important, for the environment, the climate change that affects all countries around the world. So in a way to contribute to this, the fighting also the climate change is important. The sister city relationship I want to indicate, I'll highlight, is very important, and I'm very much look forward to contributing to establishment of this type of relations between Addis Ababa and Yerevan, the capital of Armenia.
So I hope the proposal will be a success once you meet the mayor of Addis Ababa city. And you'll be discussing about these sister cities agreements, and you'll be proceeding it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and it will be one of the major agenda items to discuss with Her Excellency, Mayor. As I said, as embassy, it's one of our objectives to facilitate this type of decentralized relations with the cities, and of course Addis Ababa is #1 for us as a priority. Like I said, it's not only the capital of Ethiopia, but also the capital city of Africa. Yeah, for African Union.
Great. So we are done. And let me give you the time to say anything that you want to the audience watching your program.
We can build on our traditional strong bonds, and trying to revitalize that we have accumulated throughout the history, these close ties and relations, to diversify our cooperation and partnership. There are important areas to discover and unravel together with our Ethiopian friends and partners that exists the potential in expanding cooperation between our two countries, and first of all promoting people-to-people connection, these contacts, uplifting our friendship. And also taking this opportunity, I would like to wish Addis Ababa Media Network as all success in its endeavors, in your endeavors, and through you also to convey our greetings and best wishes to the residents of Addis Ababa and the entire population of Ethiopia, our friends and sisters and brothers of Ethiopia. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ambassador, for your time and for your willingness to spend some time with us. So thank you so much indeed, and I hope we'll be coming to you some other time in the future.
Thank you very much. You're always welcome, and thanking again for this opportunity, and welcome again to our embassy.
Well, viewers, we hope you have enjoyed the program. We have spent a very wonderful time with Ambassador of Armenia to Ethiopia. So this brings you to the end of today's program. Until we come up with other guests next week, many thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.